I'm Henry. So, my friends, we are going to be doing a mindfulness talk about the energy theme forecast for March, theme number 4, unbinding the self, releasing the weight of suppression. So, we'll be exploring the fourth theme of the March 2025 energy forecast, which is one of the 9 themes designed to help guide you through deeply transformative time. But before we get to that, my friends, let's just take a moment to find our center, to go inward. So find a comfortable position, either laying down or seated. I invite you to close your eyes, lower your gaze, and take a nice deep breath. Breathing in life force energy, breathing out what no longer supports you. Breathing in life force energy, breathing out what no longer supports you. Following your breath in, following your breath out. Allowing your body to soften, your mind to settle, and your heart to open. Inhaling freedom, courage, authenticity. Exhaling fear, self doubt, external expectations. Taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling fully. And let's invite now Reiki energy healing. And if you wish to receive Reiki, you can say, "Yes, I'd like to receive Reiki for my highest good." If you don't, that's okay. Reiki always respects free will. Taking a nice deep breath in, breathing out, letting this moment be a space where you can begin to unravel the layers of suppression that have weighed you down, whether they stem from past experiences, societal expectations, or internalized fears. You are safe here. You are supported. Take another deep breath in, and you are ready. All right, my friends, let's talk about this theme. So, again, this is the fourth theme of the March 2025 energy forecast, unbinding the self, releasing the weight of suppression, which is one of the 9 themes designed to guide you through this deeply transformative times. If you want a broader perspective or all the themes at once, then you can head to the previous episode, whether on YouTube or on My Inspiring You Show podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. But for now, we're going to just focus on this one theme to support you in terms of bringing in liberation and self expression. So, March is a month of release, acceleration, and deep energetic shifts. Suppressed emotions, or even suppressed talents, suppressed truths are rising to the surface, asking to be seen, felt, and finally set free. For many, this marks the final stages of deep healing cycles that have shaped our self concept for years, whether in this present life or actually in lifetimes, maybe in past lives. There could have been long-standing struggles, outdated beliefs, ingrained fears that are now dissolving, making space for authenticity, expansion, and full self-expression. So here are some reflection questions. What parts of you have been hidden or silenced? What parts of you have been hidden or silenced? What aspects of yourself have you dimmed to fit into roles, expectations, or past identities? What aspects of yourself have you dimmed to fit into roles, expectations, or past identities? Take some time to reflect and journal. This is not just about personal healing, it is about also collective awakening. As we reclaim our authentic voices, we contribute to a broader global shift, one where restrictive systems are being dismantled and more people are finding the courage to express their true authentic selves. But here's the key: liberation is not about being the loudest voice in the room, it is about alignment. Expressing yourself does not mean forcing your truth onto others. It means allowing your truth to flow through you without fear. So, what you're going to learn in this theme, in this episode, we will explore why self suppression happens and how it shapes our identity, how to recognize when outdated conditioning is holding you back, why breaking free from suppression is both deeply personal and collectively significant, how to navigate fear of judgment, rejection, or failure in self expression, practical tools for releasing suppression through mindfulness, energy work, and somatic practices, and how to really integrate the information and the wisdom. How this energetic theme aligns with the powerful shifting cosmic energies occurring in March. So, this theme is not just about personal growth, it's about, my friends, reclaiming the fullness of who you are. So let's talk about why suppression happens and how it affects us. And as we move through this topic, make sure to just offer space for compassion for yourself. I'm holding a compassionate space for all of us as we move through this. So, self suppression is often a learned response shaped by early experiences, societal programming, or ancestral conditioning from maternal and paternal lineages. It was handed down. So let's talk about the roots. That's the roots of self suppression. Many of us have internalized the belief that our emotions are too much. So we silence our feelings. Our gifts are unrealistic. So we hide our creativity. Our opinions are controversial. So we hold back our truth. Our authentic self is not acceptable. So we mold ourselves to fit expectations. This suppression disconnects us from our true light essence. It creates patterns of self doubt, hesitation, and fear of fully showing up in our lives. So, I'd like you to reflect on a time, think about a time when you held back your truth. What did it feel like in your body? So, think about a time when you held back your truth. What did it feel like in your body? What has suppression cost you in terms of joy, freedom, or creativity? What has suppression cost you in terms of joy, freedom, or creativity? So, my friends, you bring the information forward so you can support healing and understand that the good news is we are in a time where limitations are no longer sustainable. The energy of March is encouraging us to break free. Suppression, in a lot of ways, is a psychological defense mechanism where individuals consciously or even unconsciously push unwanted or uncomfortable thoughts, emotions, desires, feelings out of their awareness. You can use the beneficial aspects of suppression to suppress an emotion, saying if you're not safe to process it. But it's about then not staying in the suppression, not staying in that, not silencing ourselves and muting ourselves. Unlike repression, which can occur unconsciously, suppression can be at times more of a choice to avoid dealing with certain emotions and memories because they may be too painful or disruptive in the present, or it's just not time to process. So it can be a beneficial mechanism, but then it can become non-beneficial. So this mechanism can serve as a temporary relief or coping strategy, allowing people to maintain functioning in their daily lives by setting aside distressing thoughts or emotions until a more appropriate time for processing and dealing with them and workshopping with them. So, again, just key psychological terms related to suppression. Repression, unlike suppression, repression happens unconsciously. It's the process by which distressing thoughts and feelings are automatically pushed into the unconscious without awareness. Repressed memories and emotions can influence behaviors and mental health in subtle and indirect ways. Denial, this defense mechanism involves refusing to accept reality or facts, thus blocking external events from awareness. Denial can occur consciously or unconsciously, and like suppression, it serves to protect the individual from experiencing painful emotions associated with those facts. Sublimation, this is a positive defense mechanism where negative urges and impulses are transformed into positive, socially acceptable actions. For example, someone with aggressive tendencies might take up a sport like martial arts to channel their aggression productively and to also learn how to transmute the energy and shift. Projection, this involves attributing one's unacceptable feelings, thoughts, or impulses onto another person or people, often without reasonable justification. For example, a person who's upset might accuse others of being hostile instead of accepting responsibility for themselves being upset. So, then why self suppression happens and how it shapes our identity. Self suppression often occurs as a response to societal, cultural, or familial expectations. It can be a protective mechanism to fit in or avoid conflict, but over time, this can lead to disconnection from one's true self. Suppressing authentic desires, emotions, and traits can shape an identity that aligns more with external expectations rather than internal truth, often leading to dissatisfaction and a lack of fulfillment in various aspects of life. So, then how to recognize when outdated conditioning is holding you back? Outdated conditioning can be recognized by examining life patterns, reactions, and choices that no longer feel aligned with your current values or desires. These might include persisting in a career that doesn't fulfill you anymore, maintaining relationships that maybe drain rather than energize you, or being in habitual responses that no longer support you. So, awareness of these patterns often comes from moments of discomfort or realization that something doesn't feel right anymore, indicating it's a time for change. Why breaking free from suppression is both deeply personal and collectively significant. On a personal level, breaking free from suppression leads to greater authenticity, joy, and alignment with one's life purpose. Collectively, when individuals embrace and express their true selves, it contributes to a more diverse, vibrant, and truthful society. As long as we're doing it in a mindful way with care and compassion, not just in a blurting out way where it could actually be harmful to self and others. So, utilizing mindfulness as well and mindfulness communication. This also sets the precedent for others to explore and express their light authenticity, thereby enhancing collective human experience and understanding. Okay, how to navigate fear of judgment, rejection, or failure in self expression. Navigating these fears involves building self confidence and resilience through practices like mindfulness, affirmation work, doing therapy, support groups, doing energy work, self realization, journaling. It also means gradually stepping into spaces of vulnerability to express oneself authentically. And that can take some time to practice too. If you're not used to expressing yourself vulnerably, making sure that you're healing the trauma because sometimes if you have trauma, it might feel not safe to express yourself with that vulnerability. So making sure to do it in a safe environment. And also, it's like anything, you have to practice too, because you might feel a bit unsteady when you're first doing it. So starting in safe environments and expanding outward, understanding that also, understanding that judgment or rejection reflects others' views more than your worth can really also help mitigate these fears. And so then why is this moment different? So why is this time significant? Many of us now are at the end of a long, deep healing cycles, final stages of healing cycles. I can definitely, if you think about like something that you're in or have been in, I mean, I can definitely see something from childhood and be like, oh, yeah, I'm now personally as Henry, my human Henry here, I'm now at the end of a long, deep healing cycle. So, what once felt impossible to move through is now shifting rapidly. And I'll give you an example from my life. Like many years ago, I had a huge fear of public speaking, like huge. Like me doing live streaming like this, that is then going to be replayed. Whew, I would have not been able to do live stream. I would have needed to record it and then probably re-record it and re-record it. It would have taken many, many probably days to do this. And just even getting up to the microphone to speak would have been a lot of just effort. Whereas now, I've already done this is my third live stream. And so it'll be my third, like if you listen to it in a replay, third replay, you listen to all of them. And it's 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 a healing cycle. I'm healing from past lives, from the collective, from family trauma in regard to the muting of one's self-expression and a lot of other components. But you look at your own deep healing cycle that you've been in, and can you see the progress that you've made? I can see the progress that I made. Like I just feel, whew, that girl who was so that girl that was so scared, like I am so proud of her for not giving up. I'm so proud of her for her continuously working through the fear of public speaking. And some of it was from past life where I was persecuted in some past lives for speaking consciousness and light truth that, may not have been as popular or may have been feared. And so being persecuted for having different beliefs. So then in this lifetime, those past lives came in and being called to be, healed. And so I had to understand that there was a muting. I was muted in that past lives and also there was family stuff as well. And so that the clearing, so it's been deep healing in cycles. So what once felt impossible to move through is now shifting rapidly. So that's me, but for you, what is it for you? So for years we have been unraveling old wounds, dismantling outdated belief systems, peeling back layers of conditioning. But now something is different. Issues that once felt immovable are dissolving with ease. Deep emotional wounds that once held us back for years feel lighter. We're being propelled into alignment with our true light essence faster than ever before. And this mirrors our larger global movement. As we reclaim our authentic voices, our light voices, we see the world reflecting this shift. People challenging restrictive systems and outdated paradigms, a growing demand for truth, authenticity, and transparency, a rising wave of individuals choosing personal sovereignty over external validation. The more we release internal suppression, the more we contribute to the collective shift for the highest good. So, how to integrate this theme? Noticing where suppression still exists. Take a moment to do a body scan and see, is there any suppression? Am I suppressing anything? What is there? What is under that suppression? Is there any limited beliefs, any emotions that need to be processed, wisdom downloaded? Is there anything that I need to understand? Using the tools, take time to reflect. Where do I hold back from speaking my light truth? Where do I hold back from speaking my light truth? What parts of myself feel maybe too much or not enough? That can give you information and bringing compassion as you do this work for yourself. Love yourself through this. Am I carrying fear of rejection, criticism, or failure? Am I still carrying fear of rejection, criticism, or failure? Take time to journal and bring in the wisdom and integrate the information. And then also how to still integrate is doing energy work, somatic work for releasing suppression. Breath work for liberation. Try the lion's breath. The lion's breath is a very powerful exhale that releases stagnation from the throat and the chest. So try the lion's breath for liberation. Body awareness exercise. Notice where suppression is manifesting physically: tightness in the throat, tension in the jaw, heaviness in the chest. And do body awareness exercises, somatic movement, yoga, Kundalini yoga, and meditation, movement and voice activation, shaking out the body, humming. Sometimes I'll find myself humming, and it's because humming can help re-regulate the nervous system. Singing, using sound to release stuck energy, chanting meditations. So then here's some other helpful information on dealing with suppression. In working with mindfulness and awareness, developing mindfulness through meditation, reflective practices, or even, doing therapy can help individuals become more aware of their suppressed thoughts, feelings, or suppressed parts too. If you do parts work, internal family systems, that can actually really help. And then also if you do soul retrieval in terms of any kind of, if you do dowsing energy healing or any kind of energy modality that does soul retrieval, you might have to work with the parts to clear the energy and call and then transform and transmute the energy and do soul retrieval for the parts work for the parts to come back. But the parts might need to be recognized too. And you can use internal family systems if that resonates with you. And then I always layer in energy work with it. So with it, doing these things can help become aware of suppressed thoughts, feelings, parts. This awareness is the first step in addressing and processing these hidden aspects in a healthy way. Therapeutic intervention, psychotherapy can be an effective way to explore and understand suppressed emotions, thoughts, parts. There's all kinds of different techniques. Find a modality that really resonates with you. I'd recommend trauma informed therapy that can provide safe spaces for individuals to work through any kind of suppressed material. Expression, engaging in expressive activities such as journaling, art, music can provide outlets for emotions and thoughts that have been suppressed. These activities offer a non-verbal mode of expression, which can be particularly helpful for those who find it hard to articulate these feelings, and can bring joy too to do art and journal or music. There's art journaling too. Social support, having a supportive network of friends, family, support groups that can provide a supportive environment to express and work through suppressed emotions. Sharing experience with others can also reduce feelings of isolation and provide different perspectives on dealing with suppression. So, understanding and addressing suppression is essential for mental health and well being, as long lasting suppression can lead to psychological distress or manifest as physical symptoms. By acknowledging and dealing with these suppressed thoughts, feelings, or parts, individuals can achieve greater emotional freedom and health. So, then healing from the fear of judgment and rejection. One of the biggest reasons we may be suppressing ourselves is the fear of how others will react, or we could have had situations where it didn't go well. And so we might be in a protective measure. It might have been beneficial at some point, then become non beneficial. So then you want to ask yourself, here are the journal questions. Here are the reflection questions. Am I shrinking myself to maintain relationships that no longer align? Or maybe it's to please someone. Am I shrinking myself to maintain relationships that no longer align? Or maybe it's to make someone else happy or feel good about themselves. What would it feel like if I expressed myself freely without fear? What would it feel like if I expressed myself freely without fear, and really doing so in a mindfulness, compassionate, loving kindness space for you and others, where you're in a groundedness space? Because if there is, anger or sadness, then with it, you want to process in a safe space, and then download the wisdom, and then being able to speak from a space that you feel authentic, yet more grounded and aligned in mindfulness too. That's why doing the work can really support you and bringing in more clarity too, because sometimes we may not even understand what we're going through until we have those shifts. The next question is, can I trust that my light truth will align with me, that will align me with the right people and opportunities at this time? Can I trust that my light truth will align me with the right people and opportunities at the time? And with that, there could be some, because you might find that, oh, wait, there's some sabotaging there because I have a fear of like rejection or fear of judgment. And so I've been sabotaging myself because can I really trust that? And that's why doing the work can really support you in doing the investigation. And then here are some intentions and affirmations for the self liberation. If they resonate with you, you can repeat after me. I give myself permission to express my truth freely for the highest good. I give myself permission to express my truth freely for the highest good. I release outdated conditioning and step into my full power. I release outdated conditioning and step into my full power. My voice, my emotions, and my authenticity are valuable. My voice, my emotions, and my authenticity are valuable. I'm safe to be seen, heard, and honored for who I truly am. I'm safe to be seen, heard, and honored for who I truly am. So let yourself use those intentions and affirmations to support yourself. And here are the cosmic energies, the astrological influence, and the energy theme connection. So the astrological movements of March 2025 amplify this theme of breaking free from suppression. The blood moon eclipse in Virgo, March 14th, that's coming up. If you are live streaming with me now, or you're going to listen to the replay this week, it's a powerful karmic release of self sabotage and limiting beliefs. The Sun conjunct Neptune, March 19th, enhances intuitive clarity, making it easier to recognize where suppression exists. Venus, star point in Aries, March 22nd, ignites a rebirth of self worth and confidence. Venus conjunct Neptune, March 26th, dissolves illusions, helping us to release fears around authenticity. These cosmic shifts are creating a powerful beneficial portal for self liberation and stepping fully into personal alignment. So then with that, my friends, use your tools, body scan. You might also notice like, wow, I've stuck energy in my throat. Maybe your throat chakra has been blocked, from suppression, and now it's being called to be released. Maybe your stomach, your solar plexus has been caught in a powerlessness pattern because suppression has been there, keeping it in that space until you're ready to process it and let go of maybe it's a karmic cycle of, self-sabotage in this powerlessness because there was a past life experience, or maybe it's from maternal lineages. Whatever the case is, allowing yourself to process, clear, download the wisdom, and allowing it to complete its cycle so you can shift and call in something new, and you can shift and break free from suppression, moving into self liberation and stepping fully into your personal alignment. So again, with that, you know, in terms of the astrological, the Sun conjunct Neptune March 19th enhances intuitive clarity, making it easy to recognize where suppression exists, which is then using also the mindfulness scans to see where in the body or in terms of timelines as well. Maybe you need to shift timelines. Maybe the old timeline has come to a completion. You need to let go of the old timeline, call in a new timeline. Venus star point Aries, March 22nd, ignites a rebirth of self worth and confidence. Venus conjunct Neptune, March 26th, really dissolves illusions, helping us release fears around authenticity. Maybe there's fears around authenticity because maybe in this present life you had some disappointing experiences, or maybe past lives, or maybe in your family something was handed down through the DNA, maybe from the collective. So let yourself do this multi work of, reflection and then processing and then allowing yourself to clear when you're ready, download the wisdom and shift. Okay, here, let's do a final little meditation. So I invite you again to close your eyes, lower your gaze, and take a nice deep breath. Take another deep breath, filling your chest with light and expansion. And then let's release suppression and strengthen to be able to reclaim your voice. So exhale slowly, releasing any tension, heaviness, any suppression, anything that's underneath that suppression that needs to be cleared or processed. Download the wisdom, clearing any unspoken words that have been trapped inside, any trapped emotions. And taking another deep breath in. And breathing out, letting again your chest fill with light and expansion. And then place one hand on your heart, one hand just hovering over your throat if that resonates with you. And then feel the warmth of your own presence, or you can feel the Reiki hand, the energy of your light truth waiting to be expressed. As you're continuing to do this, still following your breath in, following your breath out, breathing in life force energy, breathing out what no longer supports you, with one hand over your heart, one hand hovering over your throat. Feel the warmth of your own presence, the energy of your light truth waiting to be expressed. And then you can silently affirm, if this resonates with you, repeat after me. I release the fear of being seen and heard. I release the fear of being seen and heard. I release the fear of being seen and heard. My voice is clear. My light truth is valid. My presence is powerful. My voice is clear. My light truth is valid. My presence is powerful. I trust myself to express fully and freely. I trust myself to express fully and freely. I trust myself to express fully and freely. And again, allowing the light to move through you, around you, filling your chest, your body with light and expansion. And then taking another breath, inhaling trust, courage, and openness. And then exhaling, sealing this moment of light empowerment within your energy field. And then you can release from the posture. And then you can just let yourself sit now. Imagine, sense, visualize golden light surrounding you, moving through you, around you. Let yourself just receive. You can put your hands, palms up, letting yourself receive this golden light infused with Reiki energy healing, moving through you, around you, bringing in warm, radiant, expansive light. And this light is dissolving any other remaining fear, hesitation, or conditioning that has held you back. Feel your energy expand, your light truth, your light essence, your voice fully free. You are unbound, you are free, you're whole. You're unbound, you're free, you're whole. You are unbound, you are free, you are whole. You are unbound, you are free, you are whole. Letting this light move through you, around you, warm, radiant, light, expansive. Taking another deep breath. And now we're going to start to come back. And before we fully come back, let's just break the links. You can say this after me if it resonates with you. And if I go too fast, you can just say ditto. I asked to break the links with this talk. I asked to break the Reiki links. I asked to break the Reiki links with this session, leaving only harmony and balance at either ends. I asked to clear any residual energies being held in my body as a result of these links. I ask the light to fill the void cells, rejuvenates, refreshes, revitalizes for the highest good with ease and grace. And I ask this healing to be sealed with love and light, to be sealed with love and light, to be sealed with love and light. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Open your eyes now and welcome back, my friends. So, with deep gratitude, we're closing this session in alignment, authenticity, and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing this space with me. May March be the month that you break free. This is the Reiki blessing. May March be the month that you break free, reclaim your truth, and fully embody the radiant light power of your authentic self. And so it is. With that, my friends, we are complete for now. Much, much love. And until soon.